happening. It's end of week 5 now, so I have new calories. I've been doing my new program now for a few weeks now. At the moment, I'm on a diet break, which I'll get more into detail in a sec, but let's talk about my new calories at the moment. So I'm on 2,240 calories with my macros being 180 grams of protein, which is my body weight times 2 in grams. 220 grams of carbs. I like to have a lot of carbs because it just makes me feel good. I just feel more energetic and I can train better generally when I have a higher carb amount, and 77 grams of fat. I do slightly feel more tired throughout the day with these new calories / macros, but it's part of the process. What I have noticed to start happening is basically my body finding ways to conserve energy by leaning on objects, just generally moving less around, standing against objects, conserving energy. Psychologically, I find myself in worse moods, so I'm not as energetic and happy as I usually am. I have less motivation to train. I'm just getting it done because I have to get it done. So hence, this is why we're doing a diet break. So I like to implement diet breaks. Some people don't, some people do. I like to implement diet breaks, which a diet break is basically where you bring your calories back up to your base calories. So if you remember my very first video, we found my base calories, which is basically my maintenance calories, to be 3,200 calories. I've been doing that since, so we're filming today on Sunday. I've been doing that since Friday, Saturday, and today will be my last day, damn it. And basically I've been eating a lot, like making the majority of my calories via carbs, because one, carbs make you feel good, they psychologically make you feel good, but also they fill up your muscle glycogen. So your muscle all have bits of carbs and glycogen in them. And basically by filling up muscles up with carbs, you just feel better, you can lift better. Hence us showing you today some of my training in phase 2. We're filming at B Athletics, shout out, in Sydney CBD. So we're going to be breaking down some of the exercises we're going to be doing today. And hopefully you'll learn a thing or two about technique with the front squat, with the deadlift, some pull-ups and barbell shoulder press. All right guys, so we're going to break down how to do a front squat, which is in phase 2 of my program. I'm going to break down the setup of the front squat, which is something that I think is majorly neglected and done wrong, and then often equals to poor form down the track. So first thing, let's talk about setup. You want the barbell slightly below your shoulders so you can come down and under on the barbell. Once that's done, as you can see, it's already been done here. I want your hands just outside your shoulders. And going back a step, whenever you're front squatting, you're facing the rack. You are not squatting out of the rack, you're squatting inside the rack, okay? And you do that because getting particularly back into the rack or re-racking is a lot easier when you're going forward as opposed to if you're going backwards. All right, so start by placing your hands just outside your shoulders. Then I want you to take a big step forward where your chest is touching the barbell and your feet are directly under should be directly under the barbell at this point. With your feet, stand where it feels comfortable for you. For you, just outside my shoulders, that works for me. Find what works for you. Now once you've come here, I want you to shoot both elbows through, making a shelf whilst keeping your hips neutral, okay? Now, if you were to look to the side of me, it would look like this. So my hips are already hinged backwards. I'm in a nice proud posture and my elbows are high. Now, a common issue most people make when they front squat is they come down and their elbows drop as they come down. If this is the case with you, or if you do this, you're going to drop the barbell in front of you, okay? So, hands here. Come here. Before we unrack the barbell, I want you to take a massive breath of air in. Make your core nice and stiff, tight. Take 3 steps backwards. 1 small one, 2 big ones. So let's go 1 small one, 2 big ones. Cool. Big breath of air in, again making your core nice and tight. Keeping your elbows high and proud so the barbell doesn't fall over. Now, as you can see, my shoulders are held high throughout the whole rep, and I'm making a consistent breathing pattern to keep my torso nice and stiff and strong. Alright guys, so we're gonna go from the side angle of front squats. As you can see, my elbows are kept high at 90 degrees throughout all reps. Now secondly, you can see the barbell traveling directly from the midpoint, from the top position, directly down, which goes straight through my feet. So that basically ensures that the weight is traveling directly or evenly proportionate throughout my body. And then you can also see my hips come below my knees. So that's how you actually know you're doing a complete rep. Once the crease of your hips come below your knees, that's how you know you've come low enough, okay? Now what I don't want you to do is have your elbows drop, as you can see in the next few reps. Alright guys, so in this video we're going to break down how to do a deadlift, which is one of the staple exercises in my phase 2 program. Push it left weight, coming far away from you. I just want to apologise on behalf of James Cream Media. There was a technical issue at the headquarters, so I'm just going to refilm the deadlift again one more time here. No, seriously, I f***ed it up. When I was deadlifting at the CrossFit gym, the barbell hit the little recording device and screwed up the whole thing. So anyway, we're going to teach you how to do a deadlift today. We're going to cover where most people get it wrong, what you need to really focus on, and just make sure you don't hurt yourself during deadlift, because deadlift is notorious for injuring people. And secondly, it's probably the one exercise you can load up the most, so you want to make sure you get it right. Okay, so first thing first, the most important bit in my opinion is the setup. So with the setup, I want your feet directly under your hips. So sometimes when you squat, you can have your legs out like this, but when you deadlift, I want your feet directly under your hips, okay? Now, I want the barbell to be just a centimeter in front of your shins, and then I want your hands to be nice, straight, and I want you to just bend or hinge your hips. Hinge, 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 hinge. Keep hinging until your hands can touch the barbell. Now, once you're here, my hands are just outside of the barbell, so I want it to be like this. I don't want it to be like that, I want it to be like this. The more small and compact you are during the lift, less chance of injury you have, okay? So from the top, here, hinge, 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 arm straight, arm straight, arm straight, arm straight. Make sure your elbows are completely locked out. Take a massive breath of air, and I want you to push the earth away. And same principle applies. So hinge, 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 come down, big breath of air in, push the earth away. Perfect. Now, as you can see, when you are going up and down, you want the bar to be almost grazing your leg, because the opposite to that would be if the barbell is traveling away from you. Now, if the barbell travels away from you, you're increasing the moment arm, which is basically the distribution of the weight with your lower back. So, and that's a common principle that applies for anything. So anything you lift up, anything that you lift up that's heavy, you want to hold it close to your body, but it decreases the moment arm, decrease the chance of any, or decrease the torque on your spine, and therefore decrease the chance of injury. All right guys, so we're gonna break down how to do a barbell shoulder press, and we're gonna break down where most people get it wrong and what you need to watch out for. So let's start with the setup first. I want the barbell, again, slightly below your shoulder as if you're about to do a front squat. Hands just outside your shoulders again, and come under, unrack, three steps backwards again, one small one, two big steps. Now once you're here, once you're settled on a position, I want you to bring your hands directly perpendicular to the barbell. Take a big breath of air in and squeeze your glutes. That's going to give you a nice strong base. Once you've made a strong base, I want you to take a big breath of air in and press. Now the start and finish point is your clavicles, okay? So which is basically the bone directly under your chin, okay? Press, come down. Now, a few things you have to watch out for. Two things you have to watch out for is your rib cage protruding as you press, because if your rib cage is protruding as you press, it's basically indicative that you're not keeping your core stiff enough or you're not engaging your glutes, therefore you're hyperextending. Or when you're pressing, if you have poor mobility and you can't bring your shoulders directly above your head like this, so if your hands can't cover your ears, you're not mobile enough for a barbell shoulder press, and you'll be making a look at this. Again, not good for your shoulders, not good for your lower back. All right guys, so we're gonna break down how to do a pull-up safely and correctly following this 3-step process. So first thing first, I want you to grab bar, which is above your head, and I want your grip to be slightly outside your shoulders, okay? Now, once you've done that, I want you to make your core nice stiff, make your glutes nice and stiff. Once you've done that, I want you to pull your chin above the bar, okay? And then once you've done that, I want you to come all the way down and completely extend your scaps, and then come back up again and retract and pull your chin back up again, okay? So it's going to step-by-step process. 1, grab the bar, hand just outside, squeeze your abs, squeeze your bum, and pull up, 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 chin just above. We're here nice and neutral without bringing your shoulders forward, and then bring it down, bring yourself down, keeping yourself nice, neutral and stiff. Completely stretch out your scaps. As you can see, my back is completely stretched out at the moment, and we're coming back up again. Chin up, my shoulders aren't caving forward, my body's nice and neutral, and come back down again. Alright guys, that's the end of week 5, episode 6. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button up there. And if you found any of those other tips and tutorials and general dieting stuff you found that helpful, make sure you check out some of the previous videos over this way.